Why people delay applying for their disability income, even if they qualify. Perhaps this applies to you or somebody that you know. And my message that I'm going to share to you today will help you hopefully understand some of the common reasons that others have been reluctant to apply for their disability benefits and what your benefits generally are actually worth over a lifetime. You'd be quite surprised, as most are. So the first one is misunderstanding. Countless people I've talked to in my 2 decades of doing this work say, like, I never knew that Social Security, like I could get my Social Security and Medicare because I had an illness and I'm not able to work. So they just don't understand. It's not like the government is going to go out there and say, hey, you know what? If something happens to you, you can get paid. So they don't do that. The second reason is optimism, which I have a lot of respect for. As people are sick, they're injured, and they're like, I'm going to get better. I have got to get back to work. It's like what I like to do. I work so hard to get this job. I went to school all this time. Totally get it. But at some point in time, you have to be realistic with yourself and have that conversation in the mirror and just say, you know what? Can I really work? And I don't know the answer to that. That's something that you have to deal with. And then the last one is the stigma. A lot of people are really uncomfortable being like a disability recipient. They don't want that stigma. They feel like it's like they're thrown in the towel. They're giving up. The people think they're taking money out of the Social Security coffers, and they shouldn't be getting it. And the only thing I can say to that is it's an insurance program. It's what you paid for. It's like if you wrecked a car and you paid for your car insurance, you get insurance. That's what the program is there for. So it may not make you feel any better, but you pay for it. So keep that in mind. Now, the last thing is there are people that don't really know, and I don't expect they would if they're, exposed to any of the prior reasons, what their benefits are worth. So, and these aren't my figures. There's a gentleman that runs a blog called Charles Hall, and he's broken down the math. And what it comes up to is the average disability recipient has a benefit package that's worth $447,000 over the lifetime of their benefits. Now it's different for some, like Sherman, who's in his 30s and was approved because, his military injuries, and versus somebody that's close to retirement. I get all that, but that's the average. And then there's other things that are factored into it. Like we have an individual here that we worked with, Michael, who's in Florida, and he has his benefit package, but because of his situation and where he lives and the condition that he has and his income, he gets $222 a month on a flex card. He gets 48 free rides to places. He has $2,000 in dental. He has some vision coverage. He has access to health facility that he can use at no cost. So all of these things not factored into Charles' equation, and they're not available to everybody, but they are out there for many. So things to keep in mind. The other last rant that I'll have on this, if people don't pursue some stability financially for their health conditions with the income that they have earned through their Social Security system and Medicare, then if their health gets worse, which unfortunately it typically does, then there really isn't any treatment option, and they fall prey to family supporting them or Medicaid. So it's really tough. I just encourage people to take in all of the information. I'm not one to make the decision for you, but to educate you so that you clearly understand what the program is, what you're entitled to, what it could do for you, and then make a decision based on that. Join us in the comments if you've got something to add. Here at the Disability Digest, we provide you with a membership, if you'd like, that will help you get approved, stay approved. No charge for it. We have courses, live support groups, 24/7 digital support, all kinds of different tools and live events that you can partake in to help you get from where you're at now to where you need to go. Thank you. Make it a great day.